Good morning, everyone. I get to welcome you to a new month, to February, and I get to welcome you to a new week of staff devotionals. And so here we go, Monday morning. Wow. So I'm going to let you know about this daily devotional that I've been doing. It's by Ann Voskamp, and it's called 1,000 Gifts, a Dare to Live Fully Right Where You Are. It's to see God's grace, to live thanksgiving, and live in awe of God every day. So today's devotional was a call to humble grace, and the verse is Matthew 5, verse 5. God blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the whole earth. And in that light, too, then she asked the question, how to live in a state of awe when life is so mundane and ordinary. Every day, there is a whole lot more mundane living than mountaintop or valley low experiences. I think you would all agree with that. So, mundane and ordinary couldn't be more ordinary and plain or whatever than cooking and cleaning, eating, doing the dishes, laundry, repairing things, errands, driving, work itself. And now I think we can even say there's a bit of mundane in this time of COVID. So mountaintop experiences and valley low experiences are pretty awe-inspiring when we see God at work in the details, bringing about answers to prayer in ways that are beyond what we could ever think or imagine. Both are humbling because it's God who brings us to the highs of these experiences so that we can get to know Him more and experience Him more. And it's also God who brings us through the lows of life's experiences when we learn to lean on Him, to trust Him, because He is the one that gets us through. It's really all God. So what about the mundane, everyday, not always very exciting to do things of life? How do we live in a state of awe in these things? Well, my mind was opened up to four things through this devotional. One, to be intentional, to say thank you and to live thanks in those moments. Anne gave thanks for door frames and doorknobs, for soaring ceilings and bed barges and tables that loom large, all while doing laundry. Can you tell that Anne has a very unique style? At first, it kind of seems a bit, ridiculous or silly, but if you think about it, God has given us all things, and why shouldn't I or you be thankful for all of these kinds of things? Also, Anne gave thanks for the perspective of a child and for her laughter and her wonder and her eyes that turn the world inside out and stretch it large and leave me again in surprise. This is what she said as she observed her daughter. And this is living thankful when you catch these things in the moment. Secondly, sadly, as adults, we do lose this childlike wonder, don't we? And this awe as we get older, because our thoughts are so consumed with, responsibilities, for example. We miss the simple. And yet, in the smallness, there are surprises that bring wonder, grow our gratitude, and joy comes as a result. Remember to stop and smell the roses. Do you remember that saying? Appreciating what you see in the moment and give thanks more than you did yesterday. Besides, it does your heart good, and it also fills it with joy. Third thing, children don't have expectations. Have you noticed that about kids, little kids? As Anne says, without expectation, what can topple the surprising wonder of the moment? She further writes, expectations are like a disease, a silent killer, and can kill any relationship, even a relationship with God. It's our unmet expectations that kill and destroy. Live without taking things for granted, and live giving thanks for all that you have been blessed with, because you have been blessed with much. It's humbling when you realize just how much you have been blessed with. The last thing I learned is that entitlement really is a killer of joy. That's what Anne's sharing. The beautiful grace of God brings us to our knees in humility and a heart of thanksgiving. And the result is a joy-filled heart. God doesn't owe us anything. We are not entitled to anything except death itself. But God, because of who He is, has done everything to give us life now and life eternal because of His grace. So live humble, live surprised by the little things, live thankful in the moment, and experience the joy that comes. So this devotional has really challenged me to ask myself some questions when I'm frustrated, when I'm disappointed, when I'm upset, all of those kinds of emotions. Am I expecting anything? Something, anything? Do I feel entitled to something, to anything? And ask myself, why? Humility really is the best remedy. And then to remember to live childlike in the now, to give thanks for the seemingly small and insignificant things, and the big things too, and then grow more in gratitude and more in awe of God and who He is and all that He has done and all that He is currently doing. It just really, really wakes your mind up to the present and what is going on. And so I really pray that you can experience some of these things this week. And so on that note, have a great week, and we will see you again next Monday. Okay? Bye for now.